Hi, this video is actually a message to my good brother Ethelbert Anayo Okorocha, aka Rochas Okorocha, the governor of Imo State. I hope this video makes you in good health. Well, recently you've been involved in a titanic battle with a bunch of other politicians from Imo State. In fact, I see it as a struggle for the heart and soul of your political party, APC, in Imo State. And basically, I think one of the biggest prizes up for grabs in all of this is the governorship ticket of the APC in Imo State. Now, I do not want to go into so many stuff about your person, how you've governed Imo State and all of that. Posterity would judge everything when you're done. But I'm talking about how you're going about what you're doing in Imo State today. Now, I'm not a fan of the party. I'm not a fan of yours. But I don't know, somehow my spirit has led me to deliver this message to you. I saw a video of you recently where you were trying to talk about certain dynastic political happenings in the world. You mentioned the Bushes in America and a whole lot of other people in the world who, according to you, have had father, son, brother, etc., in-law being in political office at the same time, and for you there was nothing wrong with it. Actually, if you look at it, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot wrong with it, but there's a whole lot wrong with what you're doing. If I should just use one of the examples you cited, the Bushes, yes, at the time, President George Herbert Walker Bush was the president of the United States, and his two sons were also governors in the United States. That's talking about George W. Bush, who was governor of Texas, and of course Jeb Bush, who was governor of the state of Florida. Now, you forgot the fact that none of these two gentlemen became governor in succession to their father. No. Okay? Their father did not finish a term as governor and then hand over to a son or promote or push a son to succeed him. These two gentlemen somehow feathered their own nests and were able to become governors in these two different states. So I don't have any problem if your son-in-law becomes the governor of Abia State tomorrow. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I don't even have a problem if your son-in-law becomes the governor of Imo State at some point in the future. But for you to openly anoint your son-in-law to become the governor of the state after you is not right. Ethically, morally, and even legally is not right, especially having had him as an integral part of your governance of Imo State. In fact, he's the de facto number 2 man in governance in Imo State today. So I need you to chew on that. Don't compare apples to bananas. Apologies to CNN. Now, I also need to remind you of something you forgot in your analysis of family hierarchy, or is it family hegemony in politics. You forgot the very interesting development between Abubakar Bukola Saraki and his father Olushola Saraki. Remember? Well, if you don't, I would actually help you. Now, Olushola Saraki was the man. He was Kwara State. Kwara State was him. And he had a lot of credibility and genuine followership more than you do. So don't even try to see yourself like you are anything close to Shola Saraki. Saraki's word was law. He anointed people and they went in. So by the time it came to the governorship of Kwara State, he personally anointed his own son, Bukola, to become governor of the state. Actually, the word is he asked the young man to come back from the United States or wherever he was and made him governor. Okay, that's UK, not United States. Okay, made him governor of Kwara State. The young man did his 2 terms, 8 years. And, well, Lushola Saraki had other ideas about who was going to be governor of Kwara State. Actually, was thinking one of his own children also should succeed his son as governor. But what happened? Now, Bukola Saraki did not only go against his father and install somebody else as governor. Bukola actually effectively, let me use your language, retired his father from politics, killed his political career. And I do not need anyone to tell me that Olusola Saraki died regretting making his son governor of Kwara State. So I bring that back to you. We have seen a lot of people in the past who turned against their political godfathers, the people who handpicked them or put them in political offices. And the last example I gave you of Bukola Saraki is quite instructive. It's a father and son situation. Son effectively ended the father's career, killed his political career. So what makes you think that Uche Nwosu would forever remain loyal to you? Do you think he does not want to become Lord and Master in his own manner? You think he's going to be tied to your coattail forever? Think about it. It's okay for Uche Nwosu to become governor of Imo State at any point in time, but to succeed you, I've said, is wrong. But for you to work so assiduously and use every instrumentality of state power to try to force him on, I promise you would backfire on you eventually. If son could turn against father, son-in-law would very easily turn against father-in-law. What makes you think that in one heartbeat that he would not send your daughter packing from his life and get himself another wife and have a son-in-law that he can be Lord and Master to? Even father-in-law he can be Lord and Master to. So who told you that? You see, sometimes greed and selfishness can lead us astray and affect how we think. And that's what's happening to you. Greed and selfishness is making you think that the only person you can trust to become governor of Imo State and cover up whatever it is that you want covered up is your son-in-law. Think again. Several people have been governors in different states and they have to install family members as their successors, and they've kept their own tracks covered. But I promise you, I don't know who's going to be governor of Imo State someday. I could only have one vote. But I promise you that if Uche Nwosu ultimately becomes governor of Imo State, one day you would look at this video and you'd say, this guy must have been a prophet for telling me that Uche Nwosu would not only turn against me, but he would end my career. He would ruin me. So it's not too late for you to change gears, to think again. Uche might be acting like he's all loyal today, but give him the ultimate power and you would know what he can really and truly be. So my advice to you today is drop this mad ambition to make him the governor of Imo State. Join hands with other stakeholders in Imo State to find a strong, worthy, and very qualified, and indeed very able successor to yourself. You've done your term. There's nothing anyone can do about it. You have been governor twice for 8 years, so it's on the records. Nobody's going to wipe it. But for you to go to bed peacefully after this, do not, and I insist, do not continue your mad ambition to make Uche Nwosu governor of Imo State. Create a broad-based consultation with the people of Imo State, stakeholders in Imo State, and find a worthy technocrat, one who will try to make better the few things you may have done that seem to be good, and then one who will make Imo a whole lot better than how low you've dragged it. It's what you owe Imo people. You've destroyed a lot. You owe the people of Imo a good chance for them to have a governor that would right all the wrongs you've done and put Imo on the right path. The opposite of this is that Imo people will have their way against you and you'll still regret further. But in the off chance that Uche Nwosu becomes the governor of Imo State at your insistence, you will not only regret, but you'll have a broken heart. Take this from me as a brotherly advice. My name is Maduka Uchimadu. I wish you well.